When your cat sleeps with you at night, do you actually know what they're trying to say to you? Yes, it's adorable and cute to watch, but behind that closeness and cuddle time, there's something much deeper that most people completely miss. It's one of the most emotionally loaded things your cat can possibly do. And if you misunderstand it, which most cat owners do, you could be missing important messages they've been trying to send you for years. Let's start by understanding what that nightly ritual really means for your cat. Number 1. It was never about staying warm. So why does your cat actually sleep with you every night? Most people assume it's really simple and straightforward. Cats get cold easily, you're warm and cozy, end of story, right? But here's the thing that most people don't realize. Cats are incredibly resourceful and smart when it comes to finding heat and warmth. Think about it for a moment. Sunny spots by the window, warm laptop keyboards, radiators and heating vents, laundry that's fresh from the dryer and still warm. If warmth was all they really wanted from you, they have plenty of other options available throughout your home. So why do they keep choosing you over and over again? Because sleep time is when a cat is at their most defenseless and vulnerable state. Every single instinct they have screams at them to find somewhere hidden from view, somewhere safe from danger, somewhere no predator could possibly reach them. And instead of listening to those survival instincts, they walk past every quiet corner in your entire home and climb into bed with a human who is 15 times their size. That's not about temperature or staying warm. That's trust on a level that most cat owners never fully realize or appreciate. A scientific study published in Animal Cognition Research found that cats form attachment styles with their owners that are similar to how human infants bond with their caregivers. When your cat chooses to sleep beside you night after night, they're telling you something important they can't say out loud with words. You make me feel safe enough to let my guard down completely. You are my safe place in this world. And by the way, if your cat ever suddenly stops sleeping with you after doing it for a long time, don't just brush it off as nothing. We'll get into what that really means at the end of this discussion, and it's something most cat owners wish they'd understood much sooner than they did. Number 3. They're blending their scent into yours. Have you ever noticed your cat pressing their head or body against you right before they settle down into sleep? That's not just random cuddling for comfort, it's actually chemistry and biology working together. Cats have special scent glands located along their cheeks, forehead, and the base of their tail. When they rub against you, they're leaving invisible scent markers behind on your skin and clothes. But here's what most people don't realize about this behavior. When your cat sleeps pressed against you for hours, they're not just marking you with their scent, they're actually blending your scent with theirs in a very deliberate way. In the wild, cats who belong to the same colony share what's called a communal scent. It's how they recognize family members. It's how they silently say, "This one is safe," without making a single sound. When your cat weaves their smell into yours night after night, they're performing an ancient ritual that goes back thousands of years. They're telling the world and themselves that you belong to each other. You're family in their eyes. This is also why your cat might sniff you very intensely when you come home from somewhere new, like work or a friend's house. You smell wrong to them. You've lost some of the shared scent that bonds you together. And that bedtime cuddle session? Part of it is them restoring what went missing during the day. And hey, if this information makes sense to you and helps you understand your cat better, smash that like button and subscribe to our channel. It's the best way to help us reach more cat people who actually care about understanding their cats on a deeper level than just surface behaviors. Number 3. They think you're their bodyguard. Ever wonder why your cat insists on sleeping in one specific spot every single night? Maybe it's right by your head on the pillow. Maybe it's near your feet at the end of the bed. Maybe it's pressed firmly against your back. That placement isn't random at all. It's actually strategic positioning. Here's something that might surprise you about your pet. Even a small, pampered house cat who's never been outside still carries the instincts of a predator deep inside them. And predators understand threats and danger. When your cat positions themselves beside you at night, part of them genuinely believes they're standing guard to protect you. This protective behavior goes back thousands of years in cat evolution. In wild cat colonies, members take turns watching over each other during rest periods. It's not just about bonding and social connection, it's about survival. And your cat, no matter how domesticated and spoiled they are, hasn't forgotten that ancient code written into their DNA. Watch carefully where your cat sleeps in relation to you. If they position themselves facing the bedroom door, they're watching the entry point for potential threats. If they sleep near your head, they're protecting your most vulnerable area from danger. They know they're small compared to you. They don't care about the size difference. Something deep in their genetic wiring says, this human is mine to protect no matter what. Now, will your cat actually fight off a real intruder if someone broke into your home? Probably not in reality. But in their mind, they've taken a post like a guard. They've assigned themselves an important role and duty, and every single night they show up for duty without fail. Number 4. Every sleep position is a message. Does your cat curl into a tight ball when sleeping? Do they sprawl out like they own the entire bed? Do they sleep with their back turned to you? Each of these different positions is telling you something specific and meaningful. Let's start with understanding the tight curl position. This is the most protective position a cat can possibly take. It shields their soft belly from attack, tucks their paws safely underneath, and keeps all vital organs hidden from view. If your cat always sleeps like this near you, they might feel safe enough to be near you physically, but not quite safe enough to fully let go of their defenses yet. It's trust with a layer of caution still present. Now let's talk about the full sprawl position. Legs stretched out in all directions, belly fully exposed to the air, maybe even lying upside down on their back. This is the ultimate sign of security and safety. A cat showing their stomach voluntarily is a cat who believes completely that nothing bad will happen to them in your presence. They've let go of every single survival instinct that normally tells them to stay guarded and protected. What about when they turn their back to you while sleeping? Some cat owners take this personally and feel rejected. Don't do that. In the cat world, turning your back to someone means you trust them so much you don't need to watch them for danger. It's actually a huge compliment in cat language. And then there's the full contact press position. When your cat sleeps pushed right up against you, sometimes wedged into seemingly impossible spaces between you and the wall or pillow. That's the strongest statement of all. They want absolutely zero distance between you and them. That's not being clingy or needy, that's pure devotion and love. Number 5, they change their schedule just for you. Have you ever wondered why your cat seems to wake up when you do in the morning and wind down when you go to bed at night? That's not a coincidence or accident. It's a conscious choice they made specifically for you. Cats are naturally crepuscular animals. That technical term means their bodies are biologically wired to be most active at dawn and dusk times. It's when their wild ancestors hunted for food. It's when their natural instincts tell them to be alert and awake, not asleep. So by nature, a cat's natural schedule shouldn't line up with yours at all if you're awake during the day and asleep at night. But bonded cats do something truly remarkable for their humans. They override their own biology and natural programming. Researchers studying domestic cats found that cats living closely with humans gradually shift their sleep and wake cycles to mirror their owners' schedules. They force themselves to stay awake longer during the day. They sleep more deeply at night than is natural for them, not because it's natural or easy for them, but because that's when you're available to spend time with them. Think about that for a second and let it sink in. Your cat's entire internal clock, built over thousands of years of evolution, gets completely rewritten just so they can spend more time existing in your world and on your schedule. This is also why cats often greet you at the door when you come home or show up right before your alarm goes off in the morning. They've learned your daily rhythm and patterns. They've synced themselves to it perfectly, not out of simple habit, but out of genuine preference to be with you. Number 6, they feel your stress before you do. Ever had a rough, difficult day and noticed your cat suddenly won't leave your side no matter what? That's not a coincidence or your imagination. They knew something was wrong with you before you even said a single word out loud. Cats are incredibly tuned in to the people they're bonded with emotionally. And science is starting to prove with research what cat owners have felt and known for years. Your cat can read you better than you think they can. Studies show that cats can detect subtle changes in human behavior, body language, and even scent that we give off. When you're stressed or anxious, your body releases a hormone called cortisol. Your movements shift and become different. Your breathing pattern changes. Your cat picks up on all of these tiny signals. They don't know exactly why you're upset or what's bothering you, but they know something's off with you. They can sense it. This is why some cats become extra affectionate when their owner is sick, anxious, or grieving a loss. They're not just being sweet and cute, they're responding to real biological signals you're giving off without even realizing you're doing it. And here's where it gets even deeper and more meaningful. Sleeping beside you every night gives them a front-row seat to your emotional state, your heart rate, your restlessness during sleep, your breathing patterns throughout the night. Night after night, they're gathering information about you. They're learning what your baseline normal feels like, and when something shifts or changes from normal, they notice it immediately.
Number 7. When they suddenly stop, listen closely. What does it mean when a cat who always slept with you suddenly stops doing it? This is what I mentioned earlier in the discussion, and it's something every single cat owner needs to understand clearly. If your cat has been sleeping beside you for months or even years and that behavior suddenly changes, don't ignore it or brush it off. Cats are creatures of habit and routine. When they break a pattern this significant, they're trying to tell you something important. Sometimes the reason is physical health related. Pain, illness, or discomfort can make a cat seek out solitude and alone time. Cats instinctively hide when they don't feel well. It's a survival mechanism built into them. If your older cat suddenly wants to sleep alone after years of sleeping with you, a vet visit is definitely worth considering to rule out health problems. Other times, it's environmental changes causing the shift. A new pet in the house, a new person moving in, a change in your daily routine. Cats are extremely sensitive to shifts in their territory and environment. Something that seems small and insignificant to you might feel massive and threatening to them. And sometimes it's emotional trauma or stress. Cats have excellent memories. If something startled them badly in the bedroom, or if conflict and fighting happened in that space, they might pull away to protect themselves emotionally. They remember negative experiences. The key is paying attention to the change. Your cat chose to sleep with you because they trusted you completely and felt safe. If that changes suddenly, they're not being moody or difficult. They're communicating something important to you. So listen carefully. Watch their behavior closely, and if needed, gently help them find their way back to feeling safe again. Understanding the deeper bond. So, what have we learned about cats sleeping with their humans? This nightly ritual means so much more than most people realize. It's not about warmth or comfort, it's about trust, protection, bonding, and love. When your cat chooses your bed over every other spot in your home, they're making a statement. They're saying you are their safe place. They're saying they trust you with their life during their most vulnerable hours. They're saying you are family. This behavior represents one of the deepest forms of affection a cat can show. Your cat has decided that you are worth the risk of being vulnerable. The responsibility of this trust. Understanding what it means when your cat sleeps with you comes with responsibility. Your cat has given you their complete trust. They've made themselves vulnerable to you. That's not something to take lightly. It means being consistent in their care. It means paying attention when their behavior changes. It means respecting their space and boundaries. It means understanding that every interaction either strengthens or weakens this bond. If your cat sleeps with you, you've been given a gift that not all cat owners receive. Some cats never feel safe enough to sleep with their humans. If your cat has chosen you this way, recognize it for what it is. It's love in cat language. Final thoughts on this special bond. The next time your cat climbs into bed with you, take a moment to really think about what's happening. This isn't just a pet looking for a warm spot to sleep. This is a small predator choosing to be completely vulnerable around you. This is an independent creature deciding that your presence is worth overriding thousands of years of survival instinct. Watch carefully where they position themselves each night. Notice how they sleep and what position they choose. Pay attention to when they seek you out and when they need their own space. Every small detail tells you something important about how they're feeling and what they need from you emotionally. And if you're one of the cat owners whose cat sleeps with them every single night, consider yourself truly lucky. You've built a bond that goes deeper than most people realize. You've earned trust that cats don't give easily or quickly. You've become family to a creature that doesn't actually need anyone, but has chosen you anyway. Common mistakes cat owners make. Many cat owners make mistakes that can damage this special sleeping bond without realizing it. Let's talk about some common ones. First, forcing physical contact when your cat wants space. Just because your cat usually sleeps with you doesn't mean they want to be held or restrained. If your cat tries to move away, let them. Forcing them to stay can make them feel trapped instead of safe. Remember, they're choosing to be there. Second, disrupting their sleep too often. Yes, it's tempting to pet your sleeping cat or take photos, but cats need quality sleep just like humans do. Constantly waking them up can make them choose to sleep elsewhere where they won't be bothered. Third, punishing them for nighttime activity. Remember, cats are naturally crepuscular. If your cat occasionally gets the zoomies at 3 a.m., that's normal behavior. Yelling at them can damage the trust you've built. Try playing with them before bedtime to tire them out instead. Fourth, ignoring changes in their sleeping behavior. Sudden changes can indicate health problems, stress, or environmental issues. Don't dismiss these changes as your cat being difficult. Investigate and address the cause. How to strengthen this special bond even more. If your cat already sleeps with you, there are ways to deepen this bond. Create a consistent bedtime routine that includes your cat. Cats love predictability. If you do the same things every night before bed, your cat will feel more secure. Respect their preferred sleeping position and location. If your cat likes sleeping by your feet, don't constantly try to move them. Letting them choose shows respect and strengthens trust. Be patient if your cat is still learning to trust. Some cats need months or even years to feel safe enough for this vulnerability. Let trust build at their pace. Understanding individual cat personalities. Every cat is an individual with their own personality. Some cats are naturally more affectionate than others. Some breeds are more social. Others are more independent. If your cat doesn't sleep with you, it doesn't mean they don't love you. They might simply have different preferences. Some cats prefer high places or enclosed spaces. The key is understanding your specific cat. For some cats, sleeping with you is the ultimate expression of affection. For others, it might be following you around or bringing you toys. The bottom line: that nightly ritual was never small or insignificant to your cat, and it shouldn't be small to you either. It represents everything your cat feels about you but can't say in words. So cherish it, protect it, and never take it for granted. Because in the complex emotional world of cats, choosing to sleep beside you is one of the most powerful statements of love they can make. Your cat has looked at you, a creature much larger than them, and decided you are safe, you are family, you are worth being vulnerable around. You are your person. That's not just behavior, that's devotion, that's trust. That's love in its purest form. And now that you understand what it really means, you can appreciate this gift for exactly what it is: the ultimate compliment from a creature that doesn't need you, but chooses you every single night. Sweet dreams to you and your beloved cat.